So our first speaker is Hagar Ben Yishai. She's a senior user experience designer working on Spark. She's part of the design team creating the concept. Come on up. As well as the look and feel of various Spark components, she believes that inspiration can be found everywhere and that her curiosity and passion to create smart and communicative street art come in handy while building unique experiences.
Can you hear me?
No, okay.
Can you hear me? Cool. Okay, go. So when I was 24, a second-year student of graphic design, one of our teachers gave us a task to brief the wildly experience with a new, unfamiliar medium, street art or graffiti. At the time, I was mainly using my computer for art and knew nothing about graffiti, not to mention how to create it. So, learning a new technique in a week and producing high-quality work? Sure, totally awesome. I was, of course, freaking out completely, but with a little help from friends, I found out which tools I needed and created my first stencil ever. I was able to create the image I had in mind while keeping all my fingers intact. On the eve of the presentation, we went out to spray our projects. I placed the stencil on the wall, holding the can in my hand and inhaling its intoxicating smell. I wasn't worried about the chance of getting caught. That night, I learned a new technique that will soon become an important part of my life, and I fell in love. Since that night, I had an alternative identity: graphic designer by day, street artist by night. I started teaching myself about graffiti. I bought stencil materials and a lot of spray cans. And best of all, I started opening my eyes and looking around at the walls of the city, discovering an exciting new world under my nose. I finished design school at 26 and headed out to the professional world of graphic design, creating computer games, mobile applications, and websites. I was improving as a designer, learning from my peers and doing what I love. But something was missing. My brain, usually running at a light speed, slow to a light jog. And me, I was lacking of inspiration. But then, when my work day was over, I'd become a huntress, looking for empty walls, looking for the next idea for my art. What will make people stop at my work, look at it, remember it? There, in my bedroom, at the old computer, the mind will open up and a whole new world will be created. Well, we discovered this amazing wall totally by chance, in a public garden. Casual visitors might have seen just a boring old wall, but me, I saw a 256 color VGA game. And bricks sticking out were obviously platforms out of an old school computer game, and a new project was born. From idea to execution, we have 2 months of work, including choosing the technique, pasting the paper on the wall or paste up, selecting the game elements, measuring and calculating the wall dimensions, and finally the big moment, pasting a piece up onto the wall. When the working night was done, I stood amazed by my creation. During a single night, I created a whole new world, and that became an integral part of the city. That piece lasted about 3 years on that wall, during which it was damaged only by the weather. Not one person touched it, and it was worshipped by many. In 2012, the city of Tel Aviv celebrated the Year of the Art, and I had to get involved. I wanted to partake, but also to stand out against a city that supports conventional art, but paints street art over. After some brainstorming, I figured out an appropriate response. Tel Aviv was officially to open its wall to street art. With my help, of course. I studied the graphic language used by the City Hall and used identical fonts and colors. I created stencil, burned a special announcement. It read, this wall dedicated to street art. You're allowed to draw, paste, and create. Come see, experience, and take part. I sprayed the selected locations. I chose visible, accessible walls. And then I waited. Then, 2 days after spraying my call to action, the whole wall would be totally full. Kids used crayons on the wall by the playground. Street artists made their mark. My little act of protest suddenly became a shared user experience. Over time, under my nose, the tools and experience I acquired as a street artist began to show up in my designs. I I learned to create images that could be recognized as my style. I acquired a new graphic language which required attention, patience, and planning in advance. I learned about expanding the format limits. I risked unconventional colors palettes. I built grid and then broke them. Graphic software canvases became endless walls, and I had all the colors in the world to paint them with. I wasn't afraid to show my true colors. I was not afraid to fail. I found out I love collaborations with other street artists who opened my mind to a whole world of tools and inspiration. Those encounters taught me how to make wheat paste, how to climb and spray up high. I learned the best way to remove paint from my hands, where to spray without getting caught, and the importance of a good pair of running shoes.